Hey Sag, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net, and I'm just going to do a quick February love reading because, it's February, and I don't know, we'll see if people like it. I can maybe think about continuing them. But here we go. Let's see. I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot. Ace of Swords. You know what I like about this card is I have one of the books I have tons of tarot books, but it says, which I think is kind of weird for this card because it's like the sword card, not the cups, but it said there could be an unsolicited kiss. And I don't think that means like someone you don't want to kiss you, but I always take it as, ooh, something could transpire that you weren't quite thinking would happen, but are pretty excited if it does. So that's a kind of a fun card to have on Valentine's Day. The Death card. There we go. How's that for and the Hermit? Interesting. Whoops. Oh, and the Nine of Cups just flew out. Nice. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the Strength card. So in a love reading, this card is all about making yourself vulnerable. It's so hard, especially if you're older and you've had several relationships. You get scared, you get protective, and sometimes you can get discouraged. And it's very hard to put yourself out there because you don't know how it's going to go. But that's kind of the thing. You never know how a relationship's going to go until you are in the relationship. It's just impossible. Obviously, be careful for red flags. If you guys know, he has a YouTube channel, Matthew Hussey, Hussey, Hussey. He's so right on. He has great advice, and he just did a video. It came out maybe January 28th or 29th, and he talks a little bit about 50 Shades of Grey, and kind of and it's funny at the beginning, but he has some really amazing truths about not being able to change people. He brings up the point, like, think about how difficult it is to make changes in our own lives. And then to think you're going to change someone else. And we all do it. I've done it. Anyway, sorry, that just popped into my head. But this card is all about just saying, hey, you got to put yourself out there. And it's okay. You can deal with it. You're strong. It doesn't mean taking stupid risks, but it does mean doing something even though you're afraid of it. Maybe try online dating. Maybe if someone asks you out, just accept it. Don't put all these, oh, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if this is the one? No, it's like, you know what? Someone asked me out. I'm going to go out for an hour and enjoy their company. And there might be a match. It may not. Whatever, like keeping it sort of light, asking someone out that you like. I mean, that is so scary, right? But if they say no, like trying to have the mindset that, it's okay. I put myself out there and being proud of yourself, and that's okay. It's much easier said than done, but that's sort of the energy behind this card. Take a chance here and there. Put yourself out there a little bit more. That's what I want to say. And that sort of takes some new thinking. Maybe look at relationships in a new way. Obviously, if you're married and super happy, these types of readings really don't apply for you. But if you're out there looking, this is more the type of energy. Although I could read the Strength card as maybe needing to have some conversations in your current relationship that you may feel vulnerable about. It could be a relationship, a conversation you think, if I have this conversation, this could ruin the relationship. But if often that type of relationship, if you don't have it, the relationship's already kind of false anyway and not really sustainable in the long run. So I'll just throw that out there. But this is a new way of thinking about how you're going to approach relationships. We have the butterflies, the transformation. Here's the Mac Daddy of transformation, the death card. This is the caterpillar turning to the butterfly. It's still the caterpillar, but the butterfly will never go back to being the caterpillar. It's transformed, and it can't go back to the way it was. So really changing how you perceive relationships, how you approach relationships, your expectations, all those types of things, transforming that to bring in and attract the type of relationship that you want. Not just having there's butterflies in here too. Not just having a relationship for the sake of having one, but waiting and maybe being single. And not just, I know some people that have literally never been alone in their lives. And these just aren't people that got married young or whatever. There are people that I know some people that have literally, they just go from one relationship to another, to another, to another. And it's sort of like the quantity versus quality. And sometimes being alone, doing the inner work, working on yourself first, or using the time you're not in a relationship wisely, and instead of sitting there going, oh, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone, find the wisdom in that. And there's so much work that can be done, and that's how you will transform your life. It's by taking the alone time to do the work, to really change and get clear about what you want out of a relationship. Get clear in your thinking. Like, do I just want a relationship, or do I want the right relationship? And if you want the right relationship, it may involve putting yourself out there, but it also may involve you being alone and not just taking whatever relationship comes along with it, whatever person, well, he's attractive or she's attractive. But if there's not that connection, if there's red flags you ignore because of that, because you're more interested in having the relationship and because you don't want to be alone. And so I think that that's kind of where a lot of you guys are coming in. It's like you're willing to do the hard work and think about relationships differently and do things differently. And all of that will set you up for your wishes. It's like, instead of wishing for that relationship, well, okay, put that on the back burner and do the work you need to do the inner work. Really get clear about what you want out of a relationship. What is truly important? Is it, oh, I want a guy with a full head of hair or something bullshit like that? Because the bald guy next to you might be your freaking soulmate, and I want a girl that goes camping and likes to ski. Well, stop dating girls that don't like to, that aren't outdoorsy. It's nothing wrong with the person that's not outdoorsy, but think about who you historically have gone out with, and really start to change how you think about what you truly want out of a relationship, and consider doing something different. And don't be afraid of your downtime. This is sort of the biggest thing you can do to prepare yourself and bring in that relationship you've been dreaming for, is to do your own work, do your inner work on yourself, so that you're the best person, and you're going to attract then a person that matches this depth that you gain from doing this inner work and being comfortable alone. That way you don't need a relationship. You will bring in a relationship that adds something to your life, not one out of the right fit, not one out of sort of desperation. All right, so powerful reading. And let's not forget we have the wish card here, guys. So pretty amazing love reading for Sag this February. I hope you have a really great month. Thanks for stopping by.